The night before the Oscars, I noticed many people on social media were excited to see their favorite actor and their new designer outfit that they'll be walking the red carpet in. But the following day, I saw that people were no longer focused on what the celebrities wore, but on the winners or the results of the Oscars. People were posting about how the majority of winners were white, exemplifying how the movie industry and award shows lack diversity. Prior to seeing these posts on social media, I actually thought that the movie industry and award shows were improving in terms of how inclusive they are, but the concern of people suggested otherwise. I decided to look into how prevalent this concern about diversity is. In a poll conducted by Amy Watson concerning the attitude of diversity in Hollywood, it was revealed that 65% of people in younger age groups, 18 to 34, believe that Hollywood creators should make more of an effort to be more diverse in how they cast certain roles. But in older age groups, between 35 to 55, they believe in this sentiment to a lesser extent. An average of about 38% of the respondents believe there should be an effort. So I decided to find out for myself whether or not the movie industry and award shows had improved in being more diverse and inclusive. I first went to Google and searched for statistics concerning diversity in Hollywood, and I found a study conducted by UCLA Social Sciences Department. In the study, they found that in films between 2011 and 2016, only 1.4 out of 10 lead actors in films were a minority. Additionally, in 2016, 86.1 of films featured a white actor in the lead role and 13.9 were non-white. So based off of the UCLA study, less than a quarter of the lead roles in the film industry were fulfilled by a minority. It refutes my initial belief that the movie industry was improving in terms of diversity. And further, in a CNN article by Zaru titled Newsflash, only 2 Asian Americans so far have received an Oscar in one of the more major and prestigious categories. Additionally, Hispanic Americans also struggle with representation in the film industry and in award shows. According to the CNN article, only 5 Hispanic Americans so far have received an Oscar in a major category and make up only 2.7% of the Hollywood film industry. The idea that such a low number of Hispanic and Asian Americans make up the film industry illustrates how Hollywood is not really improving in terms of diversity. The disparity between the amount of white actors and actors of minority background have been an ongoing trend for years, and it's not until recently that there has been some acknowledgement for this problem, such as in social media movements, Oscars So White. Prior to my investigation, I had assumed that the movie industry was improving and diversifying their casting of lead roles, that the slight increase in African Americans was enough evidence of progress. But I found this assumption can hinder further improvement in how inclusive the movie industry can be. And it does not acknowledge the fact that there is still a shortage of Latinos and Asians and other minorities in lead roles. In a New York Times article, Manhola Dargis argues that many Americans want to believe in progress. He said that it's absurd to deny the fact that there has been changes, but the assumption that things are getting better can lead to a kind of retrospective, magical thinking, an eagerness to declare that the problem of the past has been solved once and forever. So in order for there to be some form of improvement, the problem needs to be acknowledged. There is still a lack of minorities taking lead roles, but at the same time there has been progress. As I was researching, I wanted to look into what people believe to be the reason why there is such a discrepancy between how many roles were taken on by minorities. And I found that certain film companies reason that movies with white lead actors will perform better in the box office over movies because audiences tend to be biased. But box office data suggests otherwise. Joshua Hunt relayed that in a study conducted by Creative Artists Agency, movies that have more diverse casts tend to outperform movies with a cast that is lacking diversity. The CAA found that movies with a cast consisting of at least 30% non-white actors did better in the box office than movies that had a less than 30% non-white cast. There has been some improvement in my opinion, which was influenced by how people want to watch movies that have some representation. As the general public becomes more diverse, movies have to accommodate and also become diverse. The improvement in how inclusive Hollywood and award shows can be acknowledged, but not enough to conclude the matter of the lack of diversity is resolved. On my part, I failed to look into inclusion in terms of gender. If I had more time, I would look into the ratio between men and women in lead roles, or how there's a lack of women in directing positions and recognition of their accomplishments.